Do you know, ever since I was about 10 years old to about the age of 14, I fished the Ohio River as much as I could. Every chance I got, I walked over to the Ohio River. There's always been something about the Ohio River that draws me to it. And this year, we keep going to the same spot saying we may fish here, but we never do. Well, we're back at the same spot, but this time we're going to get some footage of other stuff. But we got to be careful when we get down there, because right now we're actually seeing two people headed over there right now to go fish. We've come down here numerous times, and we've actually did fish here in the beginning of the summer. And we come down here many times, and we keep saying we're going to come back here and fish, come back here and fish. But for some reason, we always change our mind, go up to Versailles. But the river, it's like I'm being pulled to it. Now, when we did fish here last, we ended up with a lot of snags. We also ended up getting checked for our license by a conservation officer, too. Yeah. All right, we're down here by the tracks. There's many ways to get where we want to go. But today, we're going to explore a little bit. The last time we was here, was able to go down a small trail from this point, but it's all grown up now, as you can see. So we're going to go back down to the bridge, go under the bridge, and go down that way. Oh man, but something about the Ohio River keeps drawing me to it, just like it did when I was a kid. I tell you what the deal is. We've been out to Versailles Lake so many times. It is the best fishing experience I've ever had yet. But I'm kind of getting burned out. I'm wanting to do something super local, and where I'm at right now is super local to home. Guys, I only live right up the road from here. Now, last week we went to Rising Sun and looked at that river. That's beautiful and all, but that's still, what, 12 miles away from home? That's not bad, because Versailles Park was 27 miles from home. It's not bad, but I want something local. I want something that I could just grab my stuff and be there in 5 minutes. Of course, we come here, it may take more than 5 minutes, and we probably won't be able to use the wagon. Of course, it being the Ohio River and all, it wouldn't be that easy to put my fishing pole stakes down in the ground, so I will probably only be using one pole. Now Angie wants to kind of go a little further up this way. Let's see if we get around this. are them?
Those are buzzards.
Holy.
The vultures. I think those are vultures.
I thought they were eagles at first.
No, those are vultures.
Got about 5 to 6 vultures on a darn log up there, and there for a minute I thought they were eagles. Oh, but yeah, when I was a little boy, I fished the Ohio River, and this is where I found my salvation. Guys, I'm here to tell you, there's nothing more prettier than the Ohio River. I'm gonna try to walk through here. I won't be able to look at the camera. So I gotta walk through here and try not to break my foolish neck. It's an obstacle course. But yeah, we had decided for at least the rest of this fishing season, while we still have good weather, we're gonna do it locally. Now we do have Waterway Park and the boat dock, but something about the Ohio River is so, whoa. Almost bit the dust. Stop right here, finish this vlog entry out. Something about the Ohio River is just so peaceful. And I'm being drawn to it like you would not believe. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, you know, we tried so many times this year, it was not our year for fishing. So, let's go to where the beauty is. Let's go where we feel more alive. Even if we don't catch nothing for the rest of this fishing season, at least we can watch the boats go down and be here in the beauty. Like I said, last time we fished here, there was snags everywhere. But we might walk up the riverbank, you know, up that way. It's just walking through all these logs. I've done it when I was a kid. I could do it now. Hell, that's why we do the hikes, right? We walk through trails worse than this. All right, let's get past. There's people up here fishing, so let's get up past them and we'll do another vlog entry there. Yeah, we was coming up here and there's this guy and this little girl getting ready to do some fishing, and he said the same thing every time we come down here. Bunch of a-holes come down here and leave their mess and garbage everywhere. It's people, I think, that fish through the night down here. But it was roughly about this spot we fished that last time, ended up with a lot of snags. Now, the last time we went fishing the Ohio River, it was out there in Vevey, Indiana. We was fishing with our cousins, and I remember our cousin saying, you know, reel your line in real quick. So does that help out with the snags? I'm thinking, bug on my head. I'm thinking it does. I'm thinking it does help out with the snags. You know, but you know what's funny, when I fished this as a kid, and believe me, I fished the Ohio River a lot. It was my salvation. It was my escape. It truly was, guys. I used a bobber. Like I was telling Ange, there's so many varieties of fish you can catch out of this Ohio River. Oh my God, it's just a little bit of everything in here. And if you don't ever get a bite, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. You can sit back and watch the traffic going up on down the Ohio River. Now we're going to come back here. We're not going to fish tonight unless we unless something happens and we decide to. I don't know. But we're going to fish the next couple days. We're doing the work week, and in the next couple of days, we have a day. We're going to hike that morning and fish that evening. Yeah, we got to hike. We're going to hike a canal. At least that's what the game plan is. But as far as Versailles State Park, there's nothing wrong with it, guys. It's one of the best fishing places I know of. It's perfect. It's beautiful. It's just for fishing there, I'm kind of burned out. I think we went as far as we can on the riverbanks. Let me get up here by Angie. Kind of hit a dead end. Now, if you guys see that barge right there, they say if you could fish out that way, if you're on a boat probably, that's one of the best fishing places around here. That's because when they load stuff up on barges that come through here, it's just my opinion, they load up grain, corn, a little bit of everything, and it's kind of like feeding the fish. All right, guys. Basically, if you guys ever felt like I do, I'm not going to talk about how bad the fishing season's been, because we had a lot of fun, you know, we seen a lot of beauty. But my favorite place of all to fish, I'm going to hang it up until next year. Now, I'll still be going there doing the trails for hiking, especially this fall, but as far as fishing goes, I think we'll call it. We're going to fish locally for the rest of the season. Now, we definitely go up there and be camping. Oh, yeah. If we get another camping trip in before the summer ends or before the cooler weather comes in. But for the rest of the... I'm trying not to break my neck, guys. Let me stop at this. But that's it. For the rest of the season, we're going local. And maybe we might actually fish down here enough, just like we did down Versailles. There's a football over there. Just like we did down there, we'll get to know it. Mm-hmm. We know where all the snags are and everything else, and yeah. All right, let's take it out of here, and I want to show something before we get to the car. Last year at this time, we tried to fish every spot you could possibly imagine. Every second that we had time, we was fishing. You know, we could easily go out to Versailles right now and go fishing, but there's nothing wrong with the lake. It's just we're kind of burned out on it. Yeah, you guys ever get that way? Need something new. Need something we could call ours. You know, even though this ain't ours, but in a way it feels like it could be ours. Because guys, I only live at the most 2 minutes up the road. All right, let's get out of here and let me show you some beer cans. Unopened beer cans that somebody just dumped out. And we'll do the closing inside the car with the handheld. Yeah, are you okay?
No,
you see I hurt your hand when I was...
You squeezed my finger with my ring and it hurt.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just trying to help you up the hill.
Yeah. Squeezed my hand.
You'll be okay, right?
Yeah.
Here's all these beer cans. And they're all unopened right here. Busch Light. That's an expensive beer too, isn't it? I could speculate what all these cans are doing here. I don't know. Why would somebody dump their whole cooler of beer, unopened beer, there on the ground?
3 waters.
Yeah, that's right. 3 whole waters too. I can only speculate why somebody would do that. All right, guys, let's get to the car. There you have it. I'm switching fishing holes for the rest of the season. And we was talking on the way home, you know, the 2 minutes that took us to get home, maybe 3 minutes. We're going to take garbage bags down with us like we do the Versailles, and we're just going to clean up the mess down there. I know it's going to represent itself, the mess. It's going to happen every time whoever, whatever, people go down there and make it, but we're just going to keep cleaning it up. Once we fish it there enough, just like I did when I was a kid, we'll know it well, and it'd be our own little personal fishing spot. And we'll do it for the rest of the season, and maybe next season we may want to go there more than Versailles. I'm telling you, I'm just burned out on fishing up there. There's nothing wrong with it, it's just I'm burned. You know, I went up there let me tell you something before I close this out. I don't have this on video because I actually, if you ever wonder why I have a sock on my GoPro, this is an old tube sock I cut up. This is what I use to cover my GoPro when I'm not using it. But the other day I started the video, we went fishing, day before yesterday. Got up there, it was really super windy, which is no big deal. And I'd be a son of a gun if a thunderstorm didn't come. We wasn't there 20 minutes, guys. 20 minutes, and here comes lightning and thunder. And heck, look back when we was camping. 30 minutes we left. You know, it's just, I don't know. I do love it there, don't get me wrong. I love Versailles State Park. I especially love it for the trails. And the fishing is spectacular. But not for me the rest of this year, no. We're going to try it locally. Now see, Sam and Missy, our cousins, they have the Ohio River locally to them. And when they don't feel like going to Versailles or other places, that's where they fish, and they do very well. I know another guy by the name of Zach. I'm subscribed to him on Facebook. He fishes the Ohio River all the time. That's all he fishes, the Ohio River. And he catches monsters all the time. Alright guys, until our next adventure, and I hope it's going to be walking the canal. We'll see you then. Until our next adventure. Come on. Let's get out of here. Leave me down in the comments. You kind of see my point on this, and you kind of see where I'm coming from? Yeah, maybe tell me some of your favorite fishing spots.